What's the purpose of your leadership? I think this is one of the fundamental questions that a number of us as leaders are struggling with. In fact, there are quite a number of surveys that have been conducted, especially touching on top executives, to really check whether they really understand what's the purpose of their leadership. And if you check some of those research and surveys that have been conducted, you find that even the top executives, with all the experience in the business, some of them have actually been tremendous leaders in terms of impacting their business positively. They are grappling with that aspect of understanding the purpose of their leadership. And that trickles down to all levels of leadership. And I think that showcases what is happening in our organizations in terms of how a number of us as leaders are hurting our teams, are hurting our followers, our credibility are in question, and many other aspects that are not aligned to our teams and to the focus for us as leaders. And the fundamental aspect is because majority of us do not understand what's the purpose of our leadership. And I dare ask you, if you can take a minute and just write down, what is the purpose of your leadership? And I can tell you, you might not necessarily share what I'm about to share with you, write what I'm about to share with you. The purpose of our leadership, the purpose of your leadership, is to add value to your followers, to your team members, to your constituents every day, regardless of the space where you are. The purpose of your leadership is to add value to your followers, to your constituents, to your team members every day. John Maxwell talks about leadership success to mean knowing your purpose, sowing it in others, and enabling them to grow even as you grow. And that's the whole aspect around adding value to people. In fact, he goes ahead and says that that for you to be able to have that impact, then you must be a person as a leader who adds value to people every day, who looks for people to add value to every day, who looks for ways to add value to people every day. So the purpose of our leadership is actually to add value to our teams, to our constituents, to our followers, to our congregation every day, because we show up every day as leaders. So there's no way that a day will pass and you look around the people, your followers and so on, and you say you never added value to them. And you need to be able to qualify and quantify it. So as a leader, are you adding value to your team members every day? And this is the aspect that is critical, because if you're not adding value to your team members every day, then you're not influencing them. Then that means that you're leading from a point of authority. And authority here doesn't mean autocracy. It doesn't mean that you force your way into. But authority means that you are leading from a point of position. You are not leading from a point of influence. And that's the inquiry that then answers, what is the purpose of your leadership? The purpose of your leadership is actually to add value to people and influence them, and not to lead them because of positional authority. And I want to finish up by giving you an exercise to check the level at which you are influencing your team. So again, on a piece of paper, write down the names of your direct reports. If I can just put it close here, write down the name of your direct reports, the number that are there, whichever the numbers that are there, write them on a horizontal platform. Then on each of the individual, reflect on your past week and write 10 things or 10 ways on how you added value to each one of them. 10 for the week, because the assumption is every day you should be able to add value to somebody at least once or twice, or at least 2-3 things that they will quantify or qualify that you added value to them. But here we're giving you an opportunity to write 10 ways or 10 things that you can quantify or qualify and say, I added value to each of your team members. So once you're done, then the team members that you've actually written all the 10 things, then circle them with a green, because these are team members that you're influencing them. The team members that you've actually written almost 6, 7, 8, above 5, then circle them with a blue. because somehow you have some level of influence on these team members, but not to the optimal level. And the team members that you've written less than 3 items, circle them in the red, because this indicates to you that these team members that you've circled them on a red and blue are the team members that you are not influencing, are the team members that you are leading them from a point of authority. And that means that from a point of engagement and productivity, that these are the team members that are not engaged or optimally engaged. And eventually these are the team members that are not necessarily productive. And you can check the team member that you've written, that you've added value and you've written the 10 items. I mean, look at their performance. Chances are that they're actually doing, higher chances are that they're actually doing great in terms of productivity and they're more engaged. And the others are not. So this is a challenge to you. Go out and actually lead with influence. Shift from leading with authority to lead with influence. So these details of the answers to these inquiries actually written in my new book, Engage and Productive. Watch out for it. It has details with case studies of a personal experience and my experience with other leaders that I coach and train, and it will be valuable to you. So check out for the book, get a copy. But if you also want us to come and engage your organization, your leaders, on this aspect of understanding how to actually drive a highly engaged and productive team, the book is actually written and it has 5 mind shifts in building 5 mind shifts in building highly engaged and productive teams. So we'll be glad to come and share it with your leaders. We'll be glad to come and share it with the organization, and we hope that it will have the impact that you want in terms of building engagement. Thank you very much. And my name is Gilbert Angana, or Coach Gilbert. I'm the CEO of Ascent Leadership Group, and looking forward to more engagement. Thank you.